Probably get my horse. Sorry, Alex. Sorry. I did not. Hi, Latario.
Hello.
Hello, sister. Sorry, I had to bother your husband briefly.
No, it's fine. You texted me saying that you were getting lunch, and then, like, that was it. So I was like, okay.
I ate pretty quick.
Yeah, but you didn't text me that you were done, so I was just hanging out in the kitchen.
I knew it. Hiding from me.
All right, what do we need to do?
There's the egg, which we need to get into an incubator. I'm going to get to the witch's hut right now.
Did you get an egg, or do I need to get an egg?
You need to get the egg, and we still need more hardwood. I have left you the horse.
I have the horse.
Yay.
It's locked. I'm gonna run in circles for 10 minutes.
I did know that, Yura. I hope you had a good Christmas, by the way, Latario. Because if you didn't, then that's acceptable. I'd still rather you did, though.
Alright, I need the numbers.
I don't know which is which.
Well, hold on. Dino.
I don't know which is which. Oh, right. I need to go to Krobus's place. Sorry, I don't actually need to go to the witch's hut yet. I need to go to hell. So when you're done with that, do me a favor and meet me in the sewers, would you please?
I don't have the sewers unlocked.
You should. You're on my save.
I thought we had to unlock them each ourselves.
We'll find out in a minute, I suppose.
Something else rare that we need.
I mean, the egg is it at this point. Other than finishing up the quest.
Have you built the fishy thing?
It is, yes. It's not finished yet, but it's there.
Okay, so we need... we have to load it with fish, so we need a void salmon.
Why is Bruce Banner mind controlled? Oh my god, mind control. Remind me if I ever do a Marvel rewrite project, no mind control. Ah.
Alright, so she is building it.
Mm-hmm. Over by the guest houses.
So lower right.
Mm-hmm. I know, Zactoft. I know what you've been playing lately. Right, so I'm going to wait in the sewers to see if you can get here.
I see not a... Oh, I can't put anything in it.
I mean, honestly, Xavier's powers as a mind reader work just fine. He just has to not be a mind writer. But honestly, that's such an easy fix. I don't even think there's any extra work needed to be done there.
Alright. Incubator.
Yes, it's in the upper left of the coop.
Yep. It is there now.
Thank you. I'm at the sewers. I mean, yes, that is something that the real Professor Xavier does in canon, which is what we're not talking about at all. Let me explain something called a rewrite, Alex. So you see, there's this thing called a website, right?
You know, I still never got the quest to return the thing to Jody.
That's funny.
The app.
Yeah. Poor Robin. She's never going to get her axe now.
Oh.
Can you get in?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Okay, so, weapon ready? Where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm going to go talk to Krobus.
Okay,
I've
well,
never been in here.
I'll wait over here. With my amazing scythe. My golden scythe. Actually, this is taking so long, I'm gonna go hit Clint's really quick. Yes. Yes, I am gonna go hit Clint's really quick.
So what are we doing?
Give me a minute. This took a minute, and I'm running out of time, and I want to hit Clint's before the day's over. But we're gonna do the dungeon on the left side of that screen. You're welcome, random. I'm not sure if I really helped any. I mean, mind control is usually bad writing, like, most of the time. It's also something that they don't really think about. See, I don't agree, Alex. I think it would be really, really easy to rewrite that. But then again, I probably think about rewriting differently than most people, because, like, I've said a few things and people are like, how could you do that? And I'm like, well, but it's so easy. Anyways, are you here? Did you go in?
I'm in town.
Oh. So you said there was a block in your way?
It says there's a force field.
Do me a favor. Come back here. And then...
Well, let's get out of the cutscene.
And then have a cutscene.
Can you not go in?
I can go in because I'm on the quest. What's weird is we should be on the quest. And you talk to Krobus, he's the one who opens the way. Honestly, I also think mind control is a massively overdone trope. It's almost always done just to try and make a character evil. Let me walk that back. Make a character do evil things without having the baggage of them being evil. Still a force field?
Yep. Get in.
Okay, well, thank you for trying. I will try to solo this place.
Fun.
I don't know, Braven. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run. Running's probably the wrong choice. Yep, that's a great thing that just happened there. Now let's deal with this. Like, seriously, one of the original reasons they invented mind control, in comics specifically, yay, was specifically in order to have versus fights without actually having one of the superheroes be a villain. And, I don't know, I feel like that's a little cheap. Maybe it's just me.
I need to go take the ham out and shred it and put it back in.
No.
Hey, Google. Set a 20-minute timer.
She went to the community center and it was in a barren state, even though it had all 5 stars lit up. It was very strange. I also agree with Alex. If you say they're, suggestible or they're open to suggestion, what you're saying is they're mind controlled, and they're written like they're mind controlled, and they're presented like they're mind controlled, even though that's not what that would mean at all. Sorry, I'm in kind of a persnickety mood because I spent some of my lunch break debating writing, and my writing brain has turned back on this year as I've actually gotten a chance to stretch it and, exercise that muscle a little bit. And it's made me even less tolerant of bad writing. Hollywood writing, more specifically. Bye, Baba Yaga. Human, you want pass? Sorry, private property. Can't let you pass. I lose my job. Okay, I'm gonna Google this straight up because that does not tell me what to do. Yeah, so let me explain one thing that pisses me off about modern writing. And this is mostly a thing specifically in Hollywood, which is why I call it Hollywood writing.
Do you have a USB-C down here, babe?
So how many of you have seen a film where it's a series of set pieces that don't really seem to make sense or string along with each other and barely even have a connected theme whatsoever? It's just, here's something cool, here's something cool, here's something cool. How many of you have seen a film in the last 10 years like that? Now, I know this is a weird place to start, but I swear I'm doing this on purpose. I swear there's a logic here. Now, the movies I tend to go to, when it comes to thinking of that thing, is the modern Jurassic World films. More specifically, 2 and 3. If I had to narrow down to those. That's a cooking thing. Oh. You can really tell it's one of those sequences when, if you were to change barely anything, like surface level, it would change nothing. Like, nothing about the scene would need to alter in order to adjust for being in a completely different franchise, right? The reason why is those things are kind of deliberately designed to be template. And that's because of money. I know. You're sick to death of hearing me talk about money. Just bear with me for a second. Yeah, plug and play. No, you're exactly right. That's exactly what it is. Because plug and play scene design is substantially easier and faster. That's the important part, that faster part. Because if you're making one cohesive film, this applies to films, games, books, movies, shows, or theaters for that matter, plays. But if you're making a cohesive work here, you have to really think about what fits where and how, why, and kind of make this whole thing follow in a necessary flow. There needs to be pacing, there needs to be sequencing, right? Two big things I talk about all the time. Or, hear me out, what you could do instead of spending all that time and money and effort on that is you could instead design a series of sequences, just individual, not sequences, set pieces. So big action moment, little bridge, big action moment, little bridge, big action moment. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with that formula, but what it allows you to do as a filmmaker is to say, this studio over here with these people over here, I'm going to outsource this scene or this section of the film to you, and then I'm going to do it to you, and then to you, and then to you. Now, 4 completely separate teams are working on 4 completely separate parts of the movie. Now, normally that would be a nightmare. But if you design your script such that these don't have to connect in any real logical way, and there's just the flimsiest of pretense getting from one action piece to the next, then you can do that. And films can be cranked out a lot faster. And because time equals money, and because of how release schedules work, that means you could have more film releases, which means you are making more money. I hate that crap. I do. As with anything, it's how you use it that really matters. There's ways to make that formula work. But you can see why I'm so frustrated at that very concept, because it's just such an antithesis of
blueberries in the greenhouse.
Of good blueberries. Like, if I don't have blueberries, maybe I may stop growing them. What's this?
Why are you growing blueberries in the greenhouse?
I'm just kind of growing whatever while I wait for the ancient seeds to blossom.
Oh.
Anyways. Sorry, rant off. It's just, like I said, it's something that came up literally during my lunch break. And that's why it's kind of fresh in my mind there. I was going to look up this quest.
Ivory.
I just have to give him a void. That's it? I have one of those on me. Whatever. Could you get the hardwood today, please, sis? Honestly, even good modern films fall into this a little bit. Maverick, for example. But at the same time, Maverick kind of skipped over most of this by having really good connective tissue. The sequencing was there. And there was a whole lot of really good exposition, too. You'd see a scene, and rather than having a character turn to the screen, metaphorically, and say, "This is what I'm feeling in this moment, and I think this. Therefore, now that I've explained to you, the audience, what I, the character, am feeling and thinking, I am now going to take action based on that. I'm going to tell you what the action is I'm about to take, too, to really drive this point into the ground." They don't do that. Instead, a character will look in a way, and they will act, and they will show what they're feeling, and then will do based on that feeling.
Show, don't tell.
Yeah, exactly. One of the most
It's
basic
literally
fundamentals.
a thing that I am hammering into my fourth graders.
Really?
Show, don't tell.
That's...
Tell me what your characters are doing. Show me what they're doing. Don't just tell me how your characters are feeling. Show me what they do as a result of their feelings.
I love you, sis. I'm dead serious. It's almost sad that fourth graders are being taught that. And, you know...
Oh, you start teaching them as soon as you start writing. Like,
That's valid.
after they make it past the sentence stage into the paragraph stage, you start being like, all right, you gotta, like, show, don't tell. Show me, don't tell me. Show me.
No, that's valid. That's valid. I like that.
Pull out the important details. Right, I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Stardew Valley.
Ironically, I'm off to see the wizard, too. I'm curious if you can turn in my quest.
Oh,
Hi,
I'm
Trehexie.
going to rep with him so I can get the witch unlocked so that Shane will forgive me.
Speaking of which, thank you, Yura. I'm really happy with how this place turned out.
I've already given him 2 gifts this week. Am I good enough friends with you yet? No.
So what, you need to get into his basement?
Yes. Also, I didn't have a turn-in option.
Did you already get hardwood on your way down?
How much more do we need?
I need 32.
I have 36 on me.
Alright. Who's ready to see a new island? I will admit something I didn't discover until literally... Oh, cutscene. You found my ink! Excellent. Did you happen to see my ex-wife? No? What about her house? You think she lives alone, or... Dude, let it go. Actually, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Anyway, you must be wondering about your reward. Here. It's a book of summoning. The arcane potential is immense, but I'll make it simple for you. By using this book, you can summon magic buildings directly to your farm. Okay.
That's how you get, like, the slime hutch and stuff, right?
I don't know. Wizard buildings available. Okay, that includes... We can build the wizard's tower! Wait, no we can't. Oh, no, we can build the obelisks. And the Junimo hut. And the golden clock.
What do those things do?
So the obelisks teleport you around. The Junimo hut, they harvest crops for you. And the golden clock prevents stuff from spawning and fences from decaying. When I say stuff, I mean like debris. Although we've kind of solved that problem anyways, because I've paved over everything. Something I only became really aware of last year was the idea of showing, then telling. Which is something I'm also okay with.
The doc is also a gamer.
Who is?
The doctor, Harvey.
Oh. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Hey, sis, I've got a question I'm going to pass over to you. Do you think they can make a television series based off of the Stardew characters and story? If yes, what would you do with it given the chance?
Absolutely think they could. This would be a great slice of life genre.
I agree. Question is, do we include the main character or not? And how Henry Cavill do we want him to be?
Everyone needs to be Henry Cavill.
The whole cast is
Yes.
just Henry Cavill. I love it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Where's the hardwood, sis?
On me.
Okay, so tomorrow, boat.
Shane, could you just forgive me already?
Is that a yes?
I can't get to the witch!
That's strange, because the quest is completed, so you should be able to get to the witch.
It's completed for you. I don't have the rep with him to get into the basement.
Alright, fine. Let me rephrase my question. It's confusing to me that it's not a group quest, and instead is an individual quest.
Because it's a rep thing.
Well, you see, Bragon, Henry Cavill is a geek. He's also an acceptable actor.
And he's hot.
Apparently he's hot, too. I can't judge that. But, see, I'd be more like a Patrick Stewart kind of a guy, me.
Patrick Stewart's a little bit old for me. Honestly, like, I have no idea how old Henry Cavill is, though, so...
That's a good question.
Might be old for me, too.
How old is Henry Cavill? He's apparently British. I didn't know that. Wait, what? He's younger than I am. He is older than you, though.
Oh, that's okay. He's younger than you, which means he's younger than my husband, which means this is doable.
We got this. We got this. Wait, sis, hardwood. Hardwood.
Oh my god, your son?
What's he doing? Where is he?
He was floating across the floor, bundled in his blanket. Now he's in bed.
You just keep getting the weirdest bugs in here. Where is my hardwood? Or our hardwood?
On my person.
I mug you. Mug, 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 mug. Mug, 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 mug. Mug, 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 mug.
I don't know what I had in slot 0, but I don't have it anymore.
Was it the hardwood?
No.
Okay. Ah,
There you go.
thank you. Okay, tomorrow, new content, I swear. Would we be able to do Stardew Valley Theater? Honestly, probably not. It's
Yeah, there's not enough talking.
I mean, what we could do is we could string together the heart scenes, but yeah, it would be really short. And it would be kind of a colossal pain to get all the cutscenes.
You taste minty.
Okay.
That would do it.
Sleep go. I said he's an acceptable actor. He's not a bad actor, and that's important.
Yes, they did.
Like, I could think of attractive people who are bad actors, right? Being able to act.
Penny is cooking dinner and you're already in bed?
Speaking of which, come to bed, sis.
No, I'm earning money.
Honestly, I'm not sure I've really liked Cavill in any of the movies I've seen him in. But he's a cool dude, so I'm okay with it. He's got a little bit of the Keanu Reeves thing. Keanu Reeves is not exactly a great actor, but he's a cool dude.
We like him.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't care.
And again, as much as people make fun, Keanu Reeves is actually an acceptable actor. Trust me, it gets much worse than him. We can go down from that level. Quite a bit. I did actually like Mission Impossible Fallout. Have you seen that yet, sis?
You know what I was just thinking?
Hmm.
You know that movie about the NPC who gains sentience?
Yep.
This would be a great video game to do that with.
It would. Just one of the random people in town is like, huh. Do I think Nicolas Cage is a good actor?
The people in town is like, huh? Do I think Nicolas Cage is a good actor?
Listen, you gotta follow the flow of conversation. Hello, Crosshop. Do I think Nicolas Cage is a good actor?
What's wrong, Yona Bear?
I think he's an acceptable actor.
There isn't anything else.
I think he really throws himself into his roles. And you're probably thinking, the bees, but no.
I'll bring it here and I'll help you get it.
Yeah, he is very hammy, and not in a good way. There's good ham, and then there's Nicolas Cage. Now, Nicolas Cage can be enjoyable, and I'm not saying he's not. I can think of several Nicolas Cage movies I like. But calling him a good actor is a little bit too far from me.
To come into the office.
8mm is a good example of a film where he's trying to be serious and just going off the walls with it. I forget the name of the film, but there's this film where he is this businessman who, like, changes his life retroactively, and now he lives, like, a normal, everyday life with his high school sweetheart. That's another film where he's acceptable, but he really throws himself into it, and it's kind of to the detriment of the performance. I think, didn't he get an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas? Or was that another one?
Okay.
Oop.
Why is he taking Tootie? Oh, I guess because I have the girls.
Say hi to my boy. Hi, my boy. He also, see, I don't know how else to describe. Have you ever seen Con Air?
All right, you want something from here? Do you want chips?
Now, Con Air is an enjoyable film. I actually am rather fond of Con Air. But I want you to zoom in for a second on his performance.
Do you want candies?
Think about how much he's trying to portray that seriously. Like he's sincerely cringe, as opposed to hilariously cringe. I hate to use the word cringe, but I don't have a better word. And that's kind of Nicolas Cage in a nutshell, right there. Now, does it detract from his films? Not really. I enjoy most of the Nicolas Cage films I've seen. Especially Con Air. But that's what I mean. He throws himself into the role for good and for ill. Yeah, I enjoyed National Treasure. Excuse me.
Sir? Are you like you do realize it's tomorrow, right?
What's up?
I said you do realize it's tomorrow.
Yep, as soon as Clint opens, I'm going to grab my axe, which is ready today, as planned. And I'm going to head to the dock. So I'm just sitting here waiting for Clint to open his damn door. Hey, I just caught you dumpster diving. You just lost rep with me. Oh, okay. Rep gained. End of the trash. Family Man, that's the one I was just talking about. What the hell, sis?
I just dug another one up.
Oh my god. Is he? Oh, he's open. He was open.
Me first. Me first.
Nope, I got it. I got it. Am I out? Now, having said everything I just said, I wish we got a Nicolas Cage Superman. Yes, I know we did get one in an animated format. You know what I mean. I wish we'd gotten that.
All right.
At Willie's.
Oh.
I I'm at the place behind Willie's. But I'm going to wait for you, because there might be a cutscene.
I have a rainbow shell.
Oh, yeah, by the way. Oh. Okay. Repair. Alright. I'm an idiot.
What?
We need 96 more hardwood.
Can you not count?
I didn't know we needed 200. I thought we needed 100.
I don't have a hoe anymore. Come get these worms.
Okay.
I'm not laughing at you, Loro.
No, I'm
laughing at you.
I love you to death, sis. I have nothing
There's
against you.
worms over here too.
This game, I know it's not technically the game's fault, but it's just kind of pissing me off how much I keep getting delayed progressing through the game because of stupid nonsense. Like, there's always some ridiculous, dumb thing that's like, hey, you can't do this yet because you haven't done this other thing, or you can't do this because you need 5 billion of this that we didn't tell you about until just now. Hope you've been stockpiling. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're just gonna commit to this. Because this is a freaking stream and I'd like to get on with it, okay? Let's go get the hardwood every morning and then go to bed. Okay?
Okay. In that case, I'm going to log out the game for a bit
Okay.
and go take care of the ham.
Okay. Thank you for being here and all that. Don't take too long on the ham because this won't take me that long, I don't think. This should take me about 10 days. If my math is correct at all.
Good night. Oh, I should sell the stuff I have in my inventory first.
So if Nicolas Cage could be any Marvel villain or hero, which would I choose and why? So Marvel.
Oh, and I have a rare seed I need to go plant. Hi, kitty. What do rare seeds grow into?
The really super rare thing that gives you one of the only star drops in the game, sis.
Oh, well, I have a whole bunch of them.
They also sell for more than basically anything. It's one of the two preferred methods to make buco bucks at true endgame. The other one being the method I'm doing.
We need 24 eggs in Gus's fridge.
Of any kind?
Yeah.
You probably have that right now in the coop. But thank you for telling me.
That's the weekly I picked up.
I'm sorry, give me a moment. Where's the horse?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think I rode him to the bus stop.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go get the hardwood. This is... Which Spider-Man trilogy do I like? The MCU or the aughts? The MCU. Hands down. Not even a question. The original Spider-Man trilogy is something, for me, personally, something like a weird film that's not that great, but is okay. A legitimately good film, and a terrible film. And that's not a high bar, you know? Don't mistake me, I saw Spider-Man 2 like 5 or 6 times in the theaters. Why am I here? Hardwood. Sorry, this is taking so long, sis. What about you, Yura? Or anybody in chat who wants to answer. Well, I think about what Marvel character I would have Nicolas Cage play. Now, I could say Ghost Rider as a joke. Let me think about that. Beast. Think about it. Really think about it for a second. The best part is I think Nicolas Cage could play both the regular Beast and the Age of Apocalypse evil Beast pretty much equally.
Seriously, I need to look up a cheat guide to raising a Tamagotchi.
No one die.
How to raise a Tamagotchi. How to care for Tamagotchi pet. Yeah, I know what it is. I should hit OK.
Oh no, Spider-Man 2 is a great film. I mean, it has its flaws, as all films do. But definite pluses for that marker.
Tonight is the jelly thing.
Yeah, I know. It's whatever. You just took my horse. That's okay. I accept that.
Horse.
I thought you were going to do it with the ham, though.
I am.
Okay.
I forget where I'm going, though.
I don't know.
The sewers. That's where I'm going. To buy my return scepter.
Also, can I just say that the Spider-Man 2 version of Doc Ock is why I fell in love with that character? I didn't really like Doc Ock until that film. Now, I'm a little bit biased because that actor, whose name I still can't think of, is actually a personal favorite of mine. And one of those actors you don't see very often, but Alfred, no.
Do we want another void egg?
I've got plenty of void eggs. God, I can't think of his name.
Oh, I need 2.
Melina, that's it. Who I believe I first saw in Maverick. No, not that one. Okay, so how many eggs do we need for this stupid thing? 24 eggs. Okay, done. Taking eggs.
In his refrigerator.
I have 26 eggs on me.
They have to be in his
It's not even half of the eggs we have in the coop. We are flooded in eggs.
There you go. Have a horse.
Thanks, wherever you put it. Good afternoon, Evo.
Penny said it must be nice to have your own place to decorate. Like she doesn't live in a house that's bigger than mine.
Hey, just because I'm super mega rich and run the town, as both its crime boss and legitimate owner.
How much money do you have on you?
I'd spend pretty regularly, but I can make like 50,000 a day without even trying right now. I'm not trying because I don't care yet, but... Yeah, the poker movie is what I meant when I said Maverick. What am I doing? Gus's place. No, we were once again inches from the new content, and then some other stupid thing got in the way. So, I'm just kind of trying not to punch my monitor. Dude, all joking aside, if you haven't seen the poker movie called Maverick, I highly recommend it. It's intended to be kind of a sequel to the show Maverick. And if you happen to be fond of poker, it's even better, because it's a good poker movie. But it's a good movie regardless of those two factors. I highly recommend it. Who's in it? So Mel Gibson is the main character. And hang on, give me a second. Because the others, you're going to have to give me a minute. Because I'm terrible at names. Okay, so Mel Gibson's the main character. Jodie Foster is the main female character. James Garner is in it, and he's just awesome. And, and hang on. Graham Greene is in it. There's Alfred Molina, obviously. James Coburn. That's the other guy I was thinking of. James Coburn is in it. There's other people, but those are the big ones. Really recommend it. Great film. Great film. Also, just for the hell of it, Danny Glover's in it. Which may or may not mean anything to you. Molina plays arguably the main bad guy, although I don't want to spoil too much, but that's a little bit asterisky.
Your son has glitched into the floor.
Perfect. Here, quest complete. But yeah, Alfred Molina plays this, it's not a bandit. There's actually a specific term for that. Thug with a gun. Sorry, what?
They're off-brand, apparently.
And it's just an awesome film. I recommend it. I'm going to shut up about it because I literally can't tell you anything else without actually spoiling it.
I'm not giving you any more candy. That doesn't mean you're getting candy. You need to eat lunch. Nope.
That's the phase she's in right now.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, she's been in that phase for a few months at this point. Yeah, honestly, you're putting me in the mood to rewatch Maverick now. A good film. Okay. Have I gotten... Where's the horse?
A stop mine cart.
That's probably still... whatever. Apparently, if you marry Shane and then do his final event is about him not actually being a drunk, and you suspecting of him of relapsing into drunkenness. However, since he still drinks booze at the first thing in the morning, as my sister showed, I think he just continues having an alcohol problem regardless. Whether that's, acceptable or not, that's up to you. I mentioned Graham Greene, and yeah, he's awesome. The Russian. My favorite aspect of Graham Greene's character is that at first I was like, oh wow, that's one hell of a stereotype. And then I realized that that's exactly the point. And by I realized, I mean, the film told me that's exactly the point.
Going back to go to sleep? I thought you said you were going to get hardwood and go to bed.
Yeah, well, I got distracted by something. I don't remember what. Which is probably telling. And I don't have a boat. A boat. God damn it, Laura. I don't have a horse right now.
Didn't know you needed a horse to go get hardwood.
It's very necessary. I just realized tomorrow it's going to hit autumn. Jeez Louise.
Do we even have an actual farm anymore, like where you raise...
I have the greenhouse. That counts, right? Right?
Sure.
You know what? I like that headcanon. So instead of that being a fishing pond, it's now a pool that people can hang out in. Especially in summer.
Well, I don't know what was in my 6th slot, but I don't have it anymore.
Why do you keep doing that? Or maybe how?
No idea.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a fishing pond, but we're going to pretend it's a pool.
It has void salmon in it. So if you fish in it, you'll catch void salmon.
Delicious void salmon. Oh. Probably not, Yura. Unless it's being comedic. I don't think that would work for a serious film, though, no.
Gus sent us a refrigerator.
Thanks, Gus. Gotta take the horse before my sister, almost said my niece, steals it. My favorite Mel Gibson movie, Maverick. Okay, so I might be resetting this day. Let's see what happens. Oh, sorry, and to answer your earlier question, I have not seen Apocalypto. Let's assume we're not doing a reset. Okay, we're not. Oh, we got some coffee now, too.
I bought coffee beans from the rare
Nice.
lady.
Now we can make delicious, delicious coffee. Okay. That's done. I'll have to get some hardwood. You know, I feel like I liked Lethal Weapon 2 better than 1, but I haven't seen either film since the 90s. So don't quote me on that. Also, as a quick aside, I prefer Mel Gibson when he's doing a silly work than a serious work. He's okay at both roles, just preference. Lethal Weapon's a decent film. Not the best ever, but I can still definitely recommend it. It is very 90s. For good and for bad. Thanks for the fridge, Gus. So did we just get 2 fridges? Oh, I think a lot. Hey! I think she literally left her computer. with the fridge in my way. I love my sister. Of course I'd notice that, although what I would do would, and I know you're going to love this answer, depend entirely upon them. Since everybody's different, and everyone has different reasons for being the way that they are. But yes, I would notice that. I don't think I would just automatically find it suspicious, though. It's not super sus. Trust me, I know super sus. Spend a little bit of time cleaning up the farm here so it doesn't become a complete sty. I mean, I've never beaten Among Us, so think of that what you will. Or I guess one. However you want to think of that. Look at this just giant swath of grass over here. I love it. Yeah, I found it kind of boring, honestly. Which probably says something about me. I'm usually really good at noticing when people are hiding things, but then again, I spent most of my life studying human psychology and, body language. So there's a decent chance that the answer to your question would be yes, Evo. For example, if you happen to see someone over in the corner going, they're probably hiding something. I don't know what, but now if Jesse's mask shows up, who hopefully will show up this Saturday when we start Justified, then yeah, Jesse's mask is obviously hiding something. Super sus. Thank you for the sub. I will put that towards Chained Echoes. Yeah, we're starting this Saturday. Possibly not at this point, Warpcore, but who knows. I'm committed to it either way. Listen, both Jessies like Justified. We all know this. Because they're secretly clones of each other. Of course, now we have a new cow. Sure, I don't even care. Whatever. Stop having sex, cows. God. Ugh. Such a pain. Well, get some good rest, Mr. Red. Will you grow any giant pumpkins this year? Lady? I've never grown a giant pumpkin successfully. Thanks, man. So what's going to happen is Saturday morning, I'm going to wake up, get ready for work, and then sit down and watch Justified Season 1, Episode 1. Then, after I've finished watching that at the stream start time, which will be 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll go ahead and start up the stream. And then we'll talk about it and discuss it, with the presumption that most of the other people have also just watched it. I'm pretty sure Justified is a 44-minute show, which means we'll only do the one episode. We only cover 44 minutes worth of show per day. If we were to imagine for a moment that Justified was a 22-minute show, then what would happen is we'd cover one episode, and then I would chop off to go watch the second episode, and then I would come back to do the streamination on the second episode. Sound spec? Yeah, 13 episodes, which means 13 weeks. And yeah, we're only doing Season 1, because that's the only one that was funded. I've heard good stuff about Justified. I mentioned it idly to my brother-in-law, and he made a comment about how much he enjoyed it, and ironically he mentioned how Season 1 isn't that good, but, you know, eventually it gets good, and I just laugh a little bit. I'd never heard of it until it was added to the Streaminations list, and then funded. So I think someone asked if I'm friends with everyone yet. Nope, I still need to be friends with Sandy and the dwarf, which I can start doing again. Since also, apparently a lot of other shows took inspiration from Justified in recent years. Yes, I have heard of Stardew Valley before. I don't know. He tried to restart a war, Evo. Which means Evo is pro-war. Which actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Yes, Evo's speciality as a Sith, starting wars. I mean, we'll see, Dark Day. I'm honestly not really walking in with any expectations. It's a police procedural, which honestly is kind of a mark against it automatically, so we'll see. We'll see.
Lorbro,
Yes,
are we ready?
we are not ready. We're at 165.
Oh, well, did you tell me you were ready then?
I didn't?
I'm back now, waiting patiently.
Well, okay. Well, I suggest going to bed immediately. Oh, never mind, you already know. Thoughts on Darth Maul? greatest character ever. Darth Maul is more interesting and engaging of a character than Count Dooku in several ways. There you go, there's your hot take, because I know you like hot takes. I also think they actually took Darth Maul and turned him into a character in the Clone Wars. Which is good, because he wasn't in Phantom Menace. Then again, nobody was a character in Phantom Menace, but that's neither here nor there. You know, I don't know, Yura. Terminology moves so fluidly and so quickly, I'm not sure some days. See, I could see Count Dooku being considered more interesting in the films, but I don't agree with that at all. Because I think the only reason that people actually consider him interesting in the films is because he's played by Christopher Lee. The character himself is cardboard, at best. Surface level. There's nothing there. Having said that, if we limit ourselves to just the films, obviously Count Dooku is better because he's played by Christopher Lee. Like that's not a take, that's just an obviousness. He also has lines of dialogue, which Maul does not have. But Maul is, and I want to stress this, fleshed out into an actual character with a whole story arc which goes pretty much exactly how it should in the Clone Wars, and it's kind of awesome. I'm also very fond of what they do with him in Rebels as well. So that's 2 points in his favor. I actually sincerely thought about coming up with a new lorium and basically calling it Maulisms. The idea being, what happens when something really, really stupid happens, but it results in some really good storytelling? And there you go. Darth Mauling it up. Unfortunately, I already have a term for that. I call it cloud effect. Although that is slightly different. What's the stupid part? Darth Maul lived. Like, they barely explain it too. He's alive. How? And okay. And I can't tell you how many people have refused, just like Evo, have refused to look up his excellent story arcs, plural, across 2 shows because of just how stupid that initial resurrection thing was. Yes, somehow Darth Maul returned. That's kind of it. There's really nothing there. Correct. The inverse of cloud effect is Voyager effect. Go figure. They are slightly different, though. So, for those of you not familiar with it, cloud effect is when you have a fantastic premise, or sorry, a really, really stupid premise, and somehow it actually works out. It's more common than you'd think. Set that up over there. Then we have Voyager effect, which is when you have a great premise, all the potential right there on screen, and it's junk. And maybe junk is a bit harsh, but you get my point. It's okay, Evo. I'll never forgive you. Stab. All joking aside, I don't get that, personally. Like, it's one of the things I understand intellectually, I just don't get it personally. I mean, I like Transformers. The premise behind Transformers is bonkers and stupid, but I still enjoy Transformers. Essentially, Wenlock. Grievous is dumb. Grievous shouldn't have been dumb, but Grievous is dumb. Well, he had several, Evo, as I already mentioned. First, obviously, he had his initial recovery and trying to make something of himself. Then he had an entire story arc where he went and found his brother, trained him, and basically became his brother's master. Tried to emulate Palpatine by being, the kind of Sith Lord he thought a Sith Lord should be. Failed at it, legitimately cared about his brother, and then the two of them end up trying to seize power at, like, a local level, becoming crime lords and things like that. Unfortunately, they do then end up getting the attention of Palpatine. Palpatine then destroys them effortlessly in what I honestly consider to be one of the best fights in all of Star Wars history. Then he kind of fades from view until Rebels, which I will not spoil since clearly you haven't seen Rebels. But yes, Move Along Home, I would not say is Voyager Effect, because I don't think there was much of a premise in the Move Along Home. The Q Civil War, however, yeah, I could see that. That probably should have been an interesting story instead of a way to save money on the budget by using the Civil War costumes you already had in the studio that day. How many of you noticed those Civil War costumes weren't even properly fitted? Like, you can really tell when they're reusing costumes, when the costumes don't actually fit the actors that are wearing them. Yeah, several of the story arcs got cut off in Clone Wars, because Clone Wars was supposed to keep going, which is doubly funny if you're familiar with it, but for those of you not, Clone Wars kept going. Anyway, sorry, so thoughts on Grievous. Grievous is stupid. Grievous should have been this eternal mega ultra death badass. Essentially an assassin droid on steroids, who wields lightsabers and is trained in their use to properly use them, who can use multiple arms at the same time, and doesn't have to conform to standard humanoid physics. Instead, he's a moron, who stumbles around coughing a bunch, and takes credit for other people's victories, has no tactical acumen whatsoever other than throw my infinite supply of troops at them until they stop. There's nothing interesting about Grievous. Yes and no, respectively, Yura. Although, even if So, you probably weren't there for that. We had a whole, 3-hour discussion during the FF14 run about the difference in philosophy between WoW boss design and FF14 boss design. So in Final Fantasy XIV, you were supposed to be able to intuit every aspect of a boss mechanic simply by fighting the boss fight. They do this by using standardized mechanics and standardized indicators, so you can always tell what certain types of things are. WoW can do whatever it wants to. You know why? Because WoW has the Dungeon Journal, which actually has multiple layers of information in order to give the player all they need in order to get through the fight, in addition to just being able to pay attention. So there will be no negative to WoW for that. Not Teen More. My favorite song in FF10. Final boss song. The one that plays during you, Yevon, not the one that plays during the other guy. Do I not have a recipe for coffee? Do I need some special thing for coffee? Is that what this is? Oh well. I mean, honestly, I actually agree a lot. The final fight with Maul in Rebels is actually really good. Bit of a classic, honestly. The Dungeon Journal's been around since, I want to say, Kata? It might have been Pandari. It's been a while. I think it was Kata. Thanks for the amethyst. Oh my goodness. What about you, Russ? What's your favorite FF10 song? Anybody in chat who wants to answer, you're welcome to as well. Remind me what a fleeting moment is. I'm not that great with song names. To Xanarkin, I know that song. That's an easy one to pick out. I can see that. Excuse me. I mean, to Xanarkin is why FF10 is going to get dumped with positives for its intro on the story axis. Not as much on the gameplay. The gameplay of FF10, its intro, is just not good. And it's a shame, because there's actually some really good gameplay in FF10 in general, but my God, does it take forever for you to get to the point where you can actually play the game on any meaningful level. There is such a thing as a drip feed, and then there's whatever the hell FF10 does. Probably tomorrow we'll finish this. Yeah, FF10, I believe, is the last game. The last holdout for the triple negative for unskippable cutscenes. Good God. Yep. We'll get it tomorrow. Hey sis, can you hear me? Sounds like a no. I mean, I'd say there's maybe 2 voice actors who do a good job in that game. Let's go with 2. Well, there's unskippable cutscenes. That's a negative. But then there's regular, repeated, unskippable cutscenes. That's 2 negatives. Then there's unskippable cutscenes that almost always happen before a major event in which you're likely to redo it, like, say, a boss fight, or a difficult boss fight. That's triple negative territory. Favorite PC game genre? You know, to be completely honest, I'm not sure I have one. I know, boring answer, but I've been playing a lot of different games for a lot of different years. I like all kinds of stuff. I like platformers, I like 3D platformers, I like strategy games, both of the 4X variety, the grand strategy variety, the RTS, the turn-based tactical, and the management sims. Like this one. I like RPGs, I like shoot-em-ups, I like beat-em-ups. I like all kinds of games. Correct, Savacom. That's an odd statement to say out of nowhere. That usually when you say something like that, that sounds like I said something that contradicts that. Something like that, Evo. It also depends on the specifics. So, per example, let's say that I'm playing a game that has unskippable cutscenes, but only occasionally. Or maybe I can kind of mash through the cutscenes so they're kind of quick, so that it's not the end of the world kind of a deal. That might be 1 negative. Now let's say... Okay. See, Savacom doesn't listen to me either. Proof positive. So now let's say I'm playing a game that is like a typical Final Fantasy. Well, you can't skip cutscenes in Final Fantasy games, and those are pretty cutscene-heavy games. Double negative territory. Possibly. It depends, again. Because actually in several Final Fantasies there's a way you can mash through cutscenes very quickly. So, like, for example, FF6, 5, and 4 would not get that negative. And then 1, 2, and 3 probably wouldn't get it simply because they don't have the quantity of cutscenes to justify it. But when we get to 7... Yeah, like FF6 and 5 and 4 will get 1 negative, not 2, which is what we're talking about. But like FF7 or 8 or 9, that's a little more debatable with the cutscene problem. I do not remember Soul Reaver 2. I know which series it's a part of. But I honestly, those games blur in my mind so much I couldn't tell you anything about it. Not off the top of my head. Persona 5 existed before the triple positive and negative concept really was a thing. But Persona 5 would get a triple negative without question. We are currently hardwood hunting, although I literally just got the hardwoods. I'm going to text my sister now. Over here. We'll see if she gets that text. I suppose Persona 5 might not get a triple. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Persona 5 would absolutely get 2. 2 would be the floor for Persona 5. I should probably mention the quality of cutscenes has nothing to do with the unskippable cutscene negative. That's one of the most common defenses I hear of it, and every time I hear it, I just shake my head, because it's completely missing the point. I know you're not, Evo. I'm just pointing it out. I mean, that would be horrible, Yada. But there would be a way to fix that, so that wouldn't be the end of the world. I mean, that's the whole point of the skippable cutscenes negative, Morganite. If you cannot skip a cutscene, then that is a problem. It's a problem for basically every reason, too. It's really easy to understand, because all you have to do is think about any circumstance, of any kind, in which you do not actually want to watch that cutscene. Maybe you don't care about the story. Maybe you're speedrunning. Maybe you've played this game before and you're just replaying it for fun. Maybe you don't particularly like the story of this game, and so therefore just kind of want to enjoy the gameplay of the game. Maybe you've died to this boss 50 times, and so you've seen the cutscene 30 times. You don't want to see it again. It's really easy to understand the unskippable cutscene negative. And it's why we're so harsh about it. The Horde would have abandoned Malik almost immediately, Trihexia, because he wouldn't have had anything going for him that Garrosh did. Yeah, like the cutscene before the Unalesca fight in FF10, no spoilers, is a great cutscene. In fact, it's actually my personal favorite cutscene in the entire game. However, that cutscene and the fight that immediately follows it is a perfect example of the unskippable cutscenes negative. Because that fight is hard, especially if you don't know what you're doing. That would be a good guess, Morganite. You'd be wrong, but that would be a good guess. Actually, ironically, yes. It's actually really rare, Evo, but there is such a thing as too skippable. A video game where the cutscenes are too skippable, where you can accidentally skip past stuff that you don't want to. It's really rare. Because usually it involves something that's either an out-and-out bug or, like, for example, GTA 4 got that negative. And you're probably thinking, how would GTA 4 get that negative? Bear with me. So, you're driving along, and your compatriots are talking during the drive. Those of you who've played GTA 4 have probably already figured this out, but just hear me out. So you're driving there, and you're driving there, and you're just driving normally. You're not speeding or careening or speedrunning. You're just normally driving to the next section. You get there, and you get there before they finish talking. Skipped. There's also, yeah, so in some games, too, you might also fat finger the skip button, so let me walk this back. Properly skippable cutscenes either have a skip button, like hitting escape or whatever, or a skip button you can mouse over. Stardew Valley does that, for example. Or a confirmation button. Kingdom Hearts nowadays has a skip thing where you hit skip. Are you sure you want to skip? Yes. That's the proper design, because I have played games where if you hit any input whatsoever, any button of any kind, it skips the cutscene. I can even name such a game right off the top of my head. Borderlands 3. Where you can accidentally skip a cutscene by hitting any button whatsoever. So you have to literally completely hands off the keyboard and just sit there and wait and not do anything. So yeah, too skippable is also a negative category. Surely apple wine's a thing, right? What do you mean? What's cider? Never heard of that. Honestly, if Borderlands 3 did not have surprisingly good co-op, I never would have played that game. Ugh. Oh, right. I should be fishing. Where's my fishing rod at this point? Spoilers! It's not a very satisfying conclusion, Evo. Can Borderlands be fun alone? I've never played a Borderlands game by myself, unless you count Telltale, which obviously we don't. So I don't know. Aw. Oop. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. One of the reasons I dinged Resident Evil 4 is because of the fact that it had way... QTEs are not exactly good to begin with. But, that was strange. But, when you just kind of... When you inconsistently use QTEs, that's worse. Because that's what Yura's talking about. When there might be a QTE, or it might be an input during a cutscene, but you never know. Anyways, is the Telltale Borderlands game fun? Yes, I agree. It is the best Telltale game I've played. It's also the only Telltale game I agreed to fish. And by fish, I mean review. Okay, hang on. 5 Void Essences. Let's see what that does. In fact, we've actually done a review, a current review even, of Telltale Borderlands. Plug, plug, plug. Have I played the Banner Saga series? Unfortunately, yes, I do have experience with the Banner Sagas. I spit upon them, patooey, patooey. No, I mean, I didn't care for the story. I'll admit I was bored by the story. But what pushed me away from Banner Saga was I just did not enjoy the combat. It was not engaging for me. What didn't I like about it? It's a good question. Oh, you, right, so, answer. So here's the short answer. I don't know. Here's the slightly longer answer. I wanted to like the gameplay. Turn-based tactical games tend to be my bag. I was just talking about that when someone asked, you know, what my favorite genre of games were. And I love XCOMs to death. You know, I love Final Fantasy Tactics is something I should have enjoyed and didn't. That's a strange way to phrase that, but whatever, you get my point. So it's not like it's an uncommon concept, right? To think about enjoying that kind of gameplay. And yet when I actually sat down and played it, there was nothing engaging about it to me. And so every combat kind of felt a little bit too samey, and therefore a little bit too boring. Now, that's a very generic phrase and doesn't even apply to the game itself. So all I'm going to say is there are several turn-based, grid-based, tactical games that I have played that I have just found immeasurably boring, to the point where I've never even finished them. But if you asked me why, I couldn't really give you a satisfactory answer. another example of that is Pokemon Conquest, which is a game that should have been my bag in pretty much every way. It's set during the Sengoku Jidai, which is one of my favorite periods in history. It's Pokemon, and it's a turn-based, grid-based, you know, strategy game. Like, that should have been my bag. It wasn't. I was so bored with it, I put it down and never picked it up again. I've decided that I hate fishing. Oh yeah, really hate fishing. Oh my god, I hate this so much. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring back some dynamite. What does TCG stand for, Dudatron? Tactical combat game. Yeah, trading card was what I was thinking of. Trading card games. By the way, hi, Gigapudding. Sorry I didn't say hi earlier. I hope Guild Wars 2 has been going well for you. Oh, sorry, honey. Didn't mean to fish indoors again. Oh, my goodness. You're gonna get it, Sky. So, do you... I'm sure you have some skins lined up for the Sky Skill, right, Gigapudding? Like, you're ready to go on that? So you can look super cool? You know, for just $5.99. I'm sorry. I'm being facetious. Where is the... There it is. Sardines and hash browns. I can make some hash browns. So I need sardines. Where the hell do I get sardines from? By the way, hi, King Dragon Jin. Jin, excuse me. Oh, nice, Gigapudding. That should actually look pretty good. I love it. I just made 1,200 gold, which is just a pittance at this point. Okay. It's already 2 hours into the second shift. We still haven't hit the new content. I swear there's new content. This isn't some kind of scam. There's actually new content in this game somewhere. I swear to God. I mean, joking aside, I'm trying really hard to maintain my temper because I'm kind of getting pissed off at the non-stop irritation and interruptions. It's like, I just want to check out the new stuff. And every time I've been right there, it's like, no, there's something else getting in your way. I'm not going to be surprised at this point if I turn in this frickin' hard one. It's like, okay, now you need 57 iridium ore. And I'm just going to be like, great! That's cool. Ironically, I might actually get 57 iridium ore. But still, that's just another delay, right? It's another king delay. Maybe I should go keep getting a hardwood. Maybe there's something else I'll need. I don't know. At this point, all bets are off. Truffles? Maybe I should get some truffles. You never know what I might need. The problem here, this is actually a really common problem with a lot of expansions across a lot of different types of games. So, you've made a game. Poof. Cool. The game does well. You want to produce an expansion for it. So you push out the expansion for it. Cool. However, you probably designed that expansion for the people who've been playing your game non-stop for the past however long it's been since it came out. Now, that makes sense, and it's very logical from a lot of perspectives. However, what you've just done is created a sort of alienation factor for anybody playing that game new anytime in the future or down the line. 5 years later, someone's like, oh, I want to try out this game that I saw that was pretty cool. And they bump into the expansion content and run into a brick wall because they went immediately from beating the base game to going into the new content. This is really common, actually. Fantasy Life did this. Most World of Warcraft expansions have had issues with this. I mean, how many times have you heard me talk about the colossal jump in difficulty it was to hit Cataclysm for the first time? Never mind what they did in BFA. Hi, Lunaruth. I could keep giving examples, but you get the idea. It is a bit frustrating. So that's why it keeps doing that. Because it keeps demanding stuff of me that I would have had if I had been playing this game for hours and hours and hours and hours on this save prior to this new content coming out. It's not really the game's fault. It's Lunaruth's fault. She did this to me. I'll never forgive her. Yeah, I already checked that. Okay, cool. I don't think it would have been a civil war, but it would have certainly been interesting, Trihexia. See, right now I'm waiting again, but it's not the game's fault, technically. This is the going out for lunch problem, which I'm sure some of you have encountered in your lives. So, I want you to picture a scenario for me, okay? I want you to picture that you're at work, and you've got 5 friends at that workplace, and you're getting together to go out to go to lunch. Now, you, plus 3 of your friends, are all together, ready to go. Cool, no real issues. However, your 5th friend, that is to say, the 5th person, so your 4th friend, is not actually there. They're off dealing with something. And that's not a big deal. You just wait until they're good, and then you'll be ready as a group. Thing is, while they're waiting, something else can come up. Maybe one of the other friends has to go deal with something. Maybe they decide, well, while I'm waiting anyways, I'm going to go do this other thing, since they don't want to just sit there and wait. Maybe they get called away on a work thing. So, now you wait for the first person to come back. They come back. But now you're missing the other person. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just wait for them. At which point your third person, who's been waiting double the overall length at this point, is like, you know, I really could be doing some other things. I'm going to go get this other thing. Just let me know when everyone's ready. So they leave. And now you're waiting on another person. But then the second person comes back. By this point, the first person may or may not have actually wandered off anyways. You get called away to go deal with the work thing, and when you come back, only one of the person's even there waiting for you. Where the... Oh, God dang it. If it's not obvious, I have experienced the lunch problem hundreds of times in my life. From something as banal as just hanging out with some friends, or trying to get together for a raid and WoW, or trying to set up a meet, or gathering together for the family at a family gathering, or planning an event, or going to a theme park, or just getting lunch. Or progressing with this freaking game! And my tolerance for it, the older I get, has gone down, not up. So that's why I'm sitting here trying really hard not to let out just how angry I actually am at all these constant interruptions. Okay. Try to catch one of these stupid fish. Let's use the right buff food, which I don't have. Right, of course I don't have the buff food. Who needs buff food, am I right? Oh my god, I hate this thing so much. I've decided to reach out to... I can't even think of his name now. Turn date. With a fist. Oh my god, it's actually a gold. Holy crap. Okay, that's actually really good luck. Because I need a gold, specifically. You notice we didn't have a gold earlier, so we put up a stock pond and put a non-gold void fish in it in hopes of eventually getting a void fish. But while I was waiting, I figured I'd try to go get an actual void fish, and here we are. So, ooh. I think that's the last thing we need for the other community center. We'll find out in a moment. Oh, all the time, Yura. Usually in an unpleasant way. What else do I need for progress? I need my sister to come back. So I don't know what this is going to do. I think this is going to be the theater. I guess we'll find out. All the others made it back, except me. Now I can go home too. Thank you. Thank you. Something good will happen soon. Yeah, my sister will come back. Dave the Diver. That sounds wonderful, Tutatron. Hey, let me go shoot myself really quick. Alright, You know what? I am going to play it safe. Let's look this up here really quick. I mean, I don't blame you, Lune Ruth. I mean, how could I blame you for that? Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. It's 1,000 gold per visit to the island. Jeez. Cutscene, making the boat. Ticket. Doors unlocked earlier. And I guess that's it. Okay, so it looks like we don't need it. Or anything else, I should say. Until, of course, I get to the next area and I need something else. I don't know if there's VODs. There should be. But if you type into chat !Guido, you'll get a link to the Twitch channel, which we stream D&D on. And I'm fairly certain that he puts those up on his YouTube. Pretty sure. New. Yeah, there it is. I play a dwarf who definitely doesn't eat demons. I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever footage you have, I have an alibi. It was my cousin. It looks like he might not be doing the YouTube stuff anymore, which I don't blame him for. He's been going through some pretty bad health issues lately. Stupid question. Period. Is my sister still working with the ham? You're not even home, are you? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, get out of my inventory. I'm gonna test something here really quick. Just to see if it works. Sorry, give me a moment. Let's see if we can get this in a way that doesn't stutter all over the place, shall we? Oh, look at that stutter. What's going on? What's going on with that?
Duke, play dead.
Wow. Okay. That's already unacceptable. So what is this? I should just do this. Let's try this. This is Guild Wars 2, yes. I noticed there was some stutter. Or rather, I didn't notice there was some stutter until people pointed it out to me. I'm trying to figure out why there's stutter. I have a theory. I'm just going to try it really quick. Hang on, hang on. Hi, Dr. Winter. We're doing tech tests. So don't mind me.
Do, step, step.
Yeah. See if that works a little bit better. Oh, that's big. Let's see if this works out better. Oh, that's much better. It's still a little... No, it's not. What is going on? Look at that. Look at that. Okay, hold on. There's another possibility. Uh...
Duke, play dead.
Okay. Maybe this will help. Okay, that's still stuttery. What the hell? Okay, that's actually bad. If I can't stream Guild Wars 2, I'm gonna have to pull it off of the list. Ironically, no, I can't try Exia. It would take me a long time to figure out how to even get back into Guild Wars 1. Ignore that. Hmm. And that. Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Mom, we're gonna find these apples.
What am I in combat with? Alright, let's see. Surely that helped, right? Nope. Still having issues. Hey, look, Giga, it's the thing you're gonna get soon. I mean, if I have to crank down the graphics of Guild Wars 2 just to be able to stream it, then we have a problem. Hmm. Turn off reflections. See if that helps any. So that's better. OBS is capped at 60, if that's what you mean, Wenlock.
Do, step.
Yeah, we'll cap Guild Wars 2 at 60. See if that helps. No, this is the new content in Stardew Valley right here. This is our new mount that we get to explore the new island, which we're on right now, as you can see. That did seem to help, actually. I'm gonna laugh if that's it. I just had to cap my FPS. I didn't even realize I was running it uncapped. Since I have a 60 FPS monitor, it actually does me no good to be running faster than 60. That's an odd outfit. This is a feature WoW needs. Alright, so let's try something here on the side, now that that seems to have fixed it. So we'll pull this up here. Do a couple of things. Guild Wars 2's mounts are arguably better designed. But I do prefer the ability to just fly anywhere in WoW. So, make of that what you will. And I should also mention that flying in WoW is a relatively easy, low-tier thing to accomplish. In Guild Wars 2, the mount I'm on right now, which is the only actually flying mount, is a colossal endeavor to procure. Took me months. I was to say, Giga Pudding, would you like to tell them about how much is involved in getting these stupid mounts? Because, yeah. Like... there we go. This thing, you get this for free. This mount's actually mandatory. There's a couple of other mounts that are mandatory, too. But this thing? Correct, Dr. Winter. Although a 5,000 gold mount would still be cheaper in terms of both time and money than this thing. I was gonna say, where are you, Giga? Yeah, what world am I in? I forget how to check that in Guild Wars 2. What shade?
We're gonna find a
Layer. There's actually a way to tell. I can never remember. The Griffin was... Oh, I'm being invited by some weirdo. Named... Lavellan Atherna is what it looks like. I don't know who that is, but whoever they are, I need to destroy them. Sure, whatever. I accept my Christmas present. But yeah, honestly, nowadays getting a flying mount in WoW is kind of a joke. And frankly, as it should be. Oh, there you are. Oh, I love the wings. Hang on, let me zoom in a bit. That is a lovely outfit, Giga. Hi. I don't look quite as lovely. I look a little bit more... incredibly terrifying. Behold the power of the King of Death. Or, I mean, hi. What's up? Oh, you're an elementalist. Well, see, I don't have anything to fear from you then. Oh, I'm in combat. There we go. See? She can't even hit me. She's going right under me. Safe forever. I mean, come on. She's using Earth skills. I'm floating. Come on. Think about it, Giga. Think about it. Also, you can drift in Guild Wars 2. Yeah. Yeah. Why the what, Lunarith? Sorry. Oh, yeah. We're rolling now. So what step are you on in getting your mount? Oh, wrong one. Here's the Griffin, speaking of which. It's kind of got a double jump, but that's sort of it. It's not really a flyer, it's actually a gliding mount. I do, Yura. I haven't done it since BC, though. Oh, you're on the feeding step. Yeah, okay. I'm waiting for my sister, Lunarith. I can't really progress without my sister. As opposed to this, which is actually a flying mount. Although this thing has a stamina limit, so that sucks. Hey, Giga. I'm up here. Oh, I lost you. There you go. I'm up here, Giga. Fly up to me, Giga. Fly up to me. I'm sorry. I'm being mean. I'm being mean. Ah. Kind of, Lunarith, yeah. It's interesting the way they wanted to go with it. One of my actual favorite mounts is this thing. First of all, because I leave a giant trail of fire everywhere I go. So that's cool. But second, because it's actually the hardest to use. I'll try to demonstrate. Hang on. So I already screwed it up. Hang on. Try that again. There we go. So I'm going at about half speed now. Slowly getting a little bit of speed. A little bit more speed, a little bit more speed. Hang on. Oh, God. Oh, I think I lost it. I lost it. Hang on. This thing can go stupid fast, though. If you get it set up properly, which obviously I'm failing at doing. This is how you traverse zones, especially the older zones, which are more open and more amenable to this kind of traversal. See, the thing is, every time you go uphill, even a little uphill, you lose speed. Now, you gain speed when you go downhill, but look at how rough this terrain is. So you need to periodically dash, which tries to mitigate that a little bit. I just like being a flaming ball of death. What do you want from me, Era? So, is there story content that's group locked in Guild Wars 2? Yes, but I've never done it. To this day, I've still never done the dungeons. And frankly, I don't think I ever will. Oh, jeez. There's also metas which require other people, but it's kind of like LFGing and WoW. Other people are there. Oh, there you are. So is this a game in which you can solo and enjoy it? I don't know. I don't know if I want to say that this game is solo unfriendly, but I've never played it solo, and I don't think I would enjoy it solo. And let me try to demonstrate why really quick. Giga Pudding, do me a favor. Come with me for a bit. Over... Here, let me get on something a little faster. See if they're still attacking. Ah, there we go. Oh no, centaurs! Oh god, they're attacking me! And let's pretend this is actual content and not, you know, level 5 garbage. Oh god, I'm so terrible at this game. They're killing me. They're killing me. Really, really slowly. Now they're killing Giga Pudding! It's so terrible how much I'm being killed. Giga Pudding has decided to interrupt my demonstration. I must find more mobs to kill me. Nope, I'm already back to full health. God damn it. Alright, so let me try to explain. Maybe if I do this. Hang on, hang on. Oh, that's that. Hang on, hang on. Where's my Springer? There we go. Huh? Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Pretend I just died. I'm dead. Okay, so. Let's assume you're playing solo. And you die. What are your options? Well, I'm just going to spoil it for you. Your options are dick and all. Because all you can do is release. Which ends up having you go back to the nearest res point, if you're on the overworld, like that. Or back to whatever your previous checkpoint is, if you're in the middle of a mission or a quest. However, if you're playing with someone else, even one, literally just one other person, all of a sudden your option has increased from nothing to there's another person there. And that other person can help get you up. It's a monumental difference with such a relatively small inclusion. Now you're probably thinking, oh, well, you just suck, in which case you're an idiot. But there is plenty of content in this game which is very annoying to have to redo because you ended up wiping. I should also probably mention that while I'm currently in literally like a level... What level am I right now? I can't even tell my level. 28. I'm in a level 28 zone. If you're doing anything modern at all, there is stuff that is actually going to just stomp your face in. Oh, I'll just heal. Or play a healer. No problem. You can't really heal. And there isn't really a healer class. So... that's not an option. You know what your heal is? Your heal is this button right here, the number 6 button. You might think, oh, that looks like a good heal. And you'd be wrong. That heal sucks. All of the heals suck. They are crap. So, okay, maybe there's tanking abilities. Kind of. There's no tanking. There's no tanking. There's a couple of specific builds that are better at living than others, and that's kind of it. For example, the build I'm on right now is weirdly glass cannon. I say weirdly because I actually have a second health bar. It's this one right here. If you can see that. So I have 2 health bars. That's my live. And I can regenerate this second health bar, although I can't do anything with the first one. So I would not recommend playing this game solo. I could see it being very frustrating very easily, especially when you get to the point where you actually get to the real content, which is probably about when you get to Heart of Fire and onwards. All of this stuff, you could probably do all this stuff solo. But this stuff, I mean, it's doable, but that doesn't mean I recommend it, Gigapudding. Now, if you have one other person to play off of, yeah, no. Even just one additional person changes the dynamic of the game substantially. In addition to the obvious fact that a lot of classes and builds play off of each other very well, so there's a whole lot of synergy going on. There's also the obvious fact that you can support each other and heal for each other and cover for each other, and if one dies, you're not screwed. Now, I don't want to sound contradictory to what Yura just said, but I should also mention there's another proviso to this. And that is, if you're going to play this game, you're going to have to go through vanilla content. And vanilla content sucks. Now, you know me, I'm a bit harsh about MMOs because I've played them all. But I think vanilla Guild Wars 2 is one of the worst vanillas I've encountered. Of the big MMOs we're covering, I'd say it's probably the second worst of the vanillas I've played. It's... God, I hated every moment of it. In fact, what ended up happening was me and a friend played through vanilla. Not in this character. I actually still have that character. And we were like, okay. Didn't actually finish the main campaign. And then I put the game down for like 5 years. Let me describe vanilla for you for a second. Hang on, let me switch characters really quick. Let me switch to my vanilla character. So, here's vanilla. Let's just emulate this, shall we? Where are we at? Where are we at? I'm in the wrong spot. Here we go. Okay. So I've made a character, and I'm in the human areas. Cool. Human areas are cool. Everything's cool. Everything's cool. All right. So I get a big quest. Oh my god, there's a quest, and I'm fighting an earth elemental. Oh my god, it's this giant earth elemental, and the centaurs, and... Okay. Come back when you're level 10. I'm level 3. Okay. Well, I'll go level, I guess. Surely there's some quests. There's no quests. Okay, no problem. I'll just go do stuff. Now, that's what Guild Wars 2 Vanilla wants you to do. It wants you to do stuff. So you go do random stuff. What kind of random stuff is there to do? Well, you can get waypoints, of course. And the little icons. And you can get the vistas. And I think there's another thing. But the main thing is these hearts. These hearts are main content in vanilla. I should mention that I hate doing hearts. These are the most so you've heard me talk about the different types of quests in terms of design perspective. These are tasks. These are a step below quests. This is you go do random stuff in the area, and how irritating that is depends entirely on the individual heart. In this case, I can kill these little worm hatchlings. I can talk to the cows, and I think there's something I could loot around here. There's no story. There's no context. There's no anything. You kill, you collect, you talk, you turn in. That's it. You're done. These... I'm going to be as nice as I possibly can here. These are tasks that I hate. That's the nicest way I can phrase this. This is probably about 80% of Vanilla WoW. Or, Vanilla WoW, sorry. Vanilla Guild Wars 2, right here. Hang on. Hang on. I finally hit... So I've been doing this for a while. Leveling is slow, by the way, in Vanilla. So I did this heart, and 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 this heart. I'm level 4 now. Did some other stuff. There was an event showed up. That's the other 10%. Then I did this thing, and then I did this, and I went down here, and I did this heart, and I did this heart, and then another event popped up. Okay? We're almost level 8. Okay, we're doing more hearts. We're doing more hearts. We're almost done with the zone. We got this thing. We got this thing. Oh, we just hit level 10. Okay, perfect. So remember, I don't have any mounts or anything, because mounts didn't exist until Heart of Fire. So, what happens is I then do this. Let me just emulate movement in vanilla for just a second. You can, of course, teleport to a place you've already been, and in fact, the fast travel in this game is actually pretty good. But the walk speed is garbage. For a bit of perspective, this is the basic level mount. Notice the difference just between the default you get it for free mount and walking. So you finally get there. It's like, okay, I made it. Quest! Okay. And so you see the next step in the... I love the name, Giga Pudding. You get the next step, and it's like, okay, I've done the next step. Okay. Oh, that was cool. Not really. Actually, the vanilla story sucks. But it was a quest, and it was story, and there was something that happened. Okay, now what? You can get the next quest at level 20. Okay. And that's Vanilla Guild Wars 2. I'm not joking. You do hearts and random interactions. You do events, which are random, and you have no ability to just kind of decide to do them. The actual story thread is spread out way too far in vanilla. This is only a problem in vanilla. And there's an entire story arc that I still to this day have not seen to conclusion because it's locked behind dungeons, which are the worst dungeon design I have ever seen in video gaming. That's an exaggeration. In MMOs. The dungeons in this game are awful. I cannot spit enough venom at them. So, that's vanilla. That's it. And I slogged through a decent chunk of it. And I got all the way down to here. Hi, Russ. I'm like, okay. Slight spoilers. We're fighting the bad guy. That's the spoiler. It's not really a spoiler. This mount doesn't exist. Pretend it's not here. I'm like, okay. I'm ready to fight the evil bad guys. But I don't have a mount. So I need to cross this giant strait of water. No problem. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, I'm being a little facetious to make my point. But this is where I got. I got to here, back when Guild Wars 2 came out. And I said, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I hate this crap. I hate all of it. We tried the first dungeon back in the day, back when this game was new. We didn't make it past the first boss. Dungeons are hilariously overtuned. And it's actually worse than that, because they're not just overtuned. They're designed like a WoW dungeon. Now you might think, isn't that a good thing? It would be if healers and tanks existed, which they do not. I want you to imagine, just for a second, trying to do a WoW dungeon. You know, WoW-style dungeon, or Lotro-style dungeon, or FF14-style dungeon, except there is no tanking and there's no healing. And it's overtuned. And there's no gearing up. Like, gears and levels don't really make you stronger in this game. It's kind of hard to explain, but the long and the short of it is, once you hit a certain gear point, you're done. Like, I've got oranges on, so I could get one tier of gear better than I have, which I'm not going to bother with, which is that tier right there. That's the best gun that I can get. Now, there's some malleability there because you can customize your runes and you can customize your sigils, but in general, if you've got pink gear, you're as good as you got. It's Ascended, I believe is what it's called. That's the best gear in the game. Legendary gear isn't actually better stats. It just has a couple of other little extra things to it. So, can't outgear the situation. And you can't outlevel the situation because Guild Wars 2 locks your level to the level of the content. So you're always at the level of the content, which, for the record, I absolutely hate that crap. Come on, game. There we go. Hi, Giga. You can tell I like this lightning-y look. Because all of my characters have a different variant on it. Yeah, there's actually a lot of build gameplay in Guild Wars 2, like a lot. Like, honestly, just go research it on a wiki for a few hours. A lot. there's an enormous quantity of different types of builds because you've got your gear and its base stats. You know, I've got Marauder's gear on, for example. Yes, I did. Then you've got your runes. Then you've got your weapons. Then you've got your sigils. Then you've got your different accessories, which are their own things. Then you've got this screen. So you've got your actual talent points and how much these things interact with each other. Then you've got your actual abilities. These are determined by your weapon. These are determined by everything else. Hang on, not done yet. Because this also enables you to get things like the elite specializations, which is part of the previous thing. And I think that's it. Except for, oh god, what are they called? There's actually one other thing, and I can't remember what it's called because it's ridiculously rare. And I should probably mention this game is incredibly grindy. Not mandatory grindy. It does the same thing that Guild Wars 1 did. For just playing through the game, there is no grind. You just play through the game and you have fun with it. But if you want to start min-maxing or getting cosmetics, this is the grindiest MMO I've ever played in that category. Getting one legendary, which is a single piece of gear, is the kind of thing that will literally take you months. I should know. I have one legendary. It's that one right there. And that one was guided. That's one of the easiest legendaries to get in the game. Also, good luck figuring out how to do any of that without a wiki. Because this is how you get gear and legendaries and stuff. You're probably thinking, what the hell is this crap? Exactly. So this game keeps track of stuff via achievements. What's a good explanation? Sure. So, let's see. That's probably not it. Yeah, the game keeps track of everything via achievements. Oh, hey, look, it's an event. I promised you I'd tell you what events are. So events are random. They're orange, and they just kind of pop up. And I am stunned. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Long-ass stun. There we go. Okay. I'm going to die to this fight. I'm just going to let you know that in advance. Oh, maybe not. Giga Pudding joined us. Oh, that stun. Oh, that stun. There we go. So we succeeded at the event. We got some experience, some currency, and some other currency. Those are events. Now, that probably sounds pretty boring, and it certainly can be. I should probably mention the event system is one of the better systems in the game, though. Because the thing is, regular old events are kind of boring. They're basically fates from FF14, if you're familiar with that. Event chains are awesome. Going through a lengthy event chain and watching the scenario progress as you're going through a rather lengthy and long tier, like, campaign, that's great. Hi, Milk. Oh, sorry, you're right. I forgot to mention there are set bonuses to your sigils as well. I believe I have... Yeah, I have pack sigil set bonus on this person. But yeah, the actual event chains are phenomenal. It's something that I hope WoW and FF14 both steal from Guild Wars 2, because it's fantastic. Kill me. Kill me. my minions. It's the only way. Oh my god. Would you hurry up? Please. So every class has its own thing it does when they die. Its own skill bar. So this is what happens. You get your downed health bar. If this goes down, you go into turbo dead mode. Now, if you kill... So you have your basic attack, which every class has a different functionality for that basic attack. If you're targeting something that gets killed when you're in down status, you immediately get up, just like that. Someone else can also run over and res you. And there's a couple other things you can do. It depends on your class. But honestly, the downed and the res system in this game is another one of those things that's going to be multiple positives because it's a really, really, really excellent system. Now, see this water tornado? That's not an excellent system. That's a terrible system. That's an elementalist. Don't ever play an elementalist. They suck. Now, people who play elementalists are awesome. But elementalists themselves, oh, worst class in the game. Yeah, you can even res the NPCs. Occasionally, they're worth a damn. And I don't say that to be facetious, because sometimes the NPCs are complete garbage and don't accomplish anything other than wasting your time. Sometimes they're actually worth a damn and can either hold enemies off of you for a bit or actually contribute damage. I should probably mention, so for those of you not getting the joke, I don't like the Elementalist system. I don't. I don't like playing Elementalist. It is the only class in this game I do not enjoy playing. So, that's where that came from. And then Giga over here, who mains Elementalist, was like, oh, you suck, lore. And I was like, well, that's true. And I just kind of turned it into a running gag. Would you stop crying? For that, I'll run you over with lightning.
Everyone, come!
Up. Anyways. Kind of, yes, Lunaro. It's really funny because the downed death system and its conjoining systems are very, very well designed and clearly demonstrate that they understood that you'd be dying a lot in this game. But they still didn't create an proper aggro table, tanks, or healers. Now, I know what you're going to say. You can play a healer. So let me show you my healer. Because I have a healer. I have a guardian healer. Let me figure out where Giga is. I might not have... Yeah, I don't have waypoints down there. I have access to. I don't have access to anything. There's a commander nearby. That's cool. Okay, I don't have access to anything, so I can't show you off properly. But yeah, let me show off my healing. Let me just try to remember this rotation. So it's this, and then this, and then we go here. Come on, there we go. Now, this is actually a very fun build to play. I'm actually rather proud of this one. Now, everything I'm doing right now is causing... Like, almost everything I'm doing is healing. I know you can't tell because I'm at full health. But trust me when I say a lot of healing is happening here. And by a lot, I mean about as much as you can actually feasibly do. Which is not a lot. However, here's the real thing I'm doing. I am buffing the snot out of everybody in that area. Just absolutely pouring buffs into people. That's what this class really does. The heals are kind of incidental. It's more like a buffer state sort of a thing. Like, it won't save your life, but it might prevent you from dying as quickly. What I'm really doing is just burying you in every buff that I can stack on you, which is quite a few. And I can toss out almost every buff type. There's categories of buffs in this game with this build. Now, I have a lot of fun with this class. It is very engaging playing this buffer, as you were probably noticing. It's very fast-paced, especially since I'm constantly giving myself speed. Exactly, Gerendorfian. I'm reducing the number of reses happening, so I'm increasing the overall output. It's just good, because you know how much DPS I put out as this guy? Like 1,000. Which is really, really low, if you're not familiar with it. I essentially cannot solo on this class. I'm functionally impossible. I'm not even sure I could kill this guy over here. Yeah. Alright, die! Okay, never mind. I can kill a level 7 creature. Hang on. Hang on. There we go! Yeah, I did it! Oh, yeah. Power! No, what I can really do is I can be like, alright, Giga. Go kill something. I'm max level on everything. I really like that ability. You notice I'm giving her fire damage, too, on top of everything else. That's just that particular book. I missed with that one. There's an optimal order to this. I'm kind of screwing it up a little bit. I apologize for my amateurness here. I haven't played this class in quite a while. I think they've actually changed a couple things about it, too. But you see how, obviously, she would be tearing through these things anyways because she's an elementalist and therefore the best class in the game. However, I am definitely speeding up the process by virtue of just pouring buffs into her. And that's what this can do. It's one of the reasons why I've championed so hard for a proper buffing class for both WoW and FF14, both of which lack such a thing. Because it's super cool and you can totally do it. I should have... I mean, I'm level 80. But I'm not sure... Where do I have access to? Looks like I haven't been to the north yet. Oh, wait. Ah! The Bajora Marches. I can go to the Bajora Marches. Here we go. The only class I can do about 30k on is my rogue, my sniper. My Reaper averages about 15-ish, which is actually pretty low for what you can do. I just enjoy Reaper. Right, sorry. So something else you can do is I can be like, hey, Giga, I'm up here. And I could link that in chat so Giga can see where I teleported to. I think my warrior can push 20. Something like that. Anyways, welcome to some endgame content. This is right before the expansion that just came out earlier this year. Let's go fight something a little more real, shall we? Yeah, the chat's... There's a lot of really cool stuff about this game. For as much as I complain, there's a reason I keep playing it, and the reason I have 5 max-level characters. Although... Nope, okay. Just checking. I don't know why I'm on this mount. This is probably the better option here. There we go. Ah, this should do. Have some buffs. Have some buffs. Have some buffs. Have all the buffs. Have all the buffs. And then we'll hit this one. And this one. And this one. And they're dead. Just... That probably didn't look impressive, but she just turbo murdered that pack. So I mentioned those dungeons. Me and Pax were able to two-man several of those dungeons when I was on this character. Now, that probably doesn't sound impressive, and if that doesn't sound impressive, then you've never done those damn dungeons. Okay. Aw, I'm sorry, Brigwood. Sounds like it'll be good, though. So she's doing pretty well. Nuking it, nuking it, nuking it, nuking it, nuking it. Let's see if I can get this going. I immediately get stunned. Walk into the battle. That was a bad showcasing of it. Because I got stunned right as I rushed up to buffer. That's on me. It's fine. I know what this class can do. I've seen it in action. It's ridiculous. Okay, where the hell is my sister? I'm gonna try something.
For the one who speaks.
Sis is unavoidably delayed, but she also says to go ahead and start the new content without her. So we're gonna do that. Well, it's interesting, Yura, because it doesn't surprise me that you liked it that much. Let me be very clear. I recommend that you try Guild Wars 2 Vanilla. I just give all those asterisks of, it's probably, like, I shouldn't say it's probably. I give all those asterisks of, don't be surprised if you don't like it. Right? Because some people, that's going to be your thing, and some people, it's not. And that's why I give all those provisos. For me, personally, Guild Wars 2 Vanilla is the second worst vanilla content of the big MMOs that I've ever played. The only one surpassing it in terms of being bad, being WoW. I hated WoW Vanilla. But part of the reason it wouldn't surprise me if someone likes Guild Wars 2's Vanilla, you know, like Yura does, is because Guild Wars 2 Vanilla was designed to not be like every other MMO up until that point in time. They went way out of their way, honestly too far out of the way, to be as anti-MMO as possible, and they succeeded. It is my opinion they succeeded too much, and that's the problem. Now, and I've already mentioned the three big complaints. Hang on, this is kind of loud. So the first complaint is I found leveling boring. I just didn't enjoy going and doing random tasks. Shrug. If you don't enjoy the quests and the events, that's all there is to do, so... But my second complaint was actually much more basic. I really didn't enjoy the story or how the story was presented. I already complained about that. Hey, the next story quest is in 10 levels or in the next dungeon. So here's the other thing. I didn't actually explain this. Guild Wars 2 Vanilla has two primary plot lines, two MSQs, if you will. Both of them kind of run side by side, and then at the end of the main plot, they combine in order to combine for the last dungeon, the final boss fight, and the big outro. You get the idea. Thing is, I've never seen the totality of the one in the dungeons because of the aforementioned dungeon problems. In fact, I don't know anybody, personally, who has ever actually finished all the dungeons. So imagine just going through the quests and getting to the end, and all of a sudden these other people who you barely know who they are and have no idea why they're acting the way they do are like, hey, we're here and we're acting in this weird way. And it's like, oh. Okay. Did I miss anything there? No, it's cool. We're never going to reference it again. I should probably say this. If I really need to explain the dungeons, know that there are only the 5 or whatever dungeons in the entire game. They abandoned the dungeon concept because of how bad it was. Later on, they would do things like fractals or scenarios. They expanded on the meta concept. Hey, there's the movies. Yay. And of course, raiding, which will actually keep going. But dungeons, they abandoned that immediately. It says all it needs to. So how do the expansions work differently? So, okay, first of all, no dungeons. I just said that, but I know you were already typing that, Linear. So, no dungeons in the expansions at all. Axed that. So there's the one main plot, which is good. They also just kind of got better. The quest design, the zone design, the story, the characters, it just kind of became a little bit better as the game progressed. It's typical expansion effect. They figured out what they wanted to do. They found their identity. They locked into it, and they started focusing on it. Correct, Linearith. Not counting fractals and raids. Now, raids are completely optional, non-story content. There's all kinds of stuff in the raids, and there's good stuff in the raids, but it's kind of over there. There's the fractals, which are non-story, group-focused content. That's over there. If you completely ignore both of those things, you won't really be missing out on anything. At least not from a story perspective. There's WVW. That's a much longer discussion. I'm not going to go into that right now, because that would take a while to explain. And I think that's kind of it. But then there's the main story quest, the MSQ, which is good, great, and then awesome. I would personally say that the MSQ, in terms of not just story, but gameplay, has done nothing but get better since Heart of Thorns, or rather, since the patch content. Oh, by the way. I do recommend at least trying Guild Wars 2 and seeing what you feel of it and what you think of it. See, I'd like to say I like Heart of Thorns. But here's the thing. What happened? Let me talk this through you a little bit. Let me explain the perspective from my perspective. So I already told you what happened to me in Vanilla. I played Vanilla up to pretty close to the end of the main plot, and I was just sick to death of it, and I put the game down for years. A long time later, my friend finally just said, hey, come back. The game's actually good now. Something more or less literally to that effect. I was like, okay, sure. So I came back to it, and we did the patch leading up to Heart of Thorns, and Heart of Thorns itself. Lo and behold, it was good. In fact, it was so much better than Vanilla in every way. I was just, oh my god, I'm actually enjoying myself, and I feel like I'm not wasting my time. And they give me this glider, and there's this huge zones to explore. This is so cool. Positivity, positivity, positivity. Then we keep playing for a while. Let's skip forward a bit. A couple of years. We keep playing through as we go, every time a new patch drops. And eventually, Heart of Fire dropped. The big expansion. Path of Fire, what the hell it's actually called. The big expansion. And we get on that, it's like, oh, it's awesome. And I'm super into it, and I'm super engaged. And I'm just getting more and more and more engaged by this game. This is so awesome. I'm so happy I'm playing it. Then my friend Gary says, hey, I kind of want to get through Guild Wars 2. Now, Guild Wars 2 is really co-op friendly with regards to helping someone else out who's not on the same step of a quest that you are, right? I'm not going to describe the details right now, because we're playing Stardew right now. But the point is, we bounce back in the timeline, back before Heart of Thorns, in order to go help him quest. And I hated it. Don't mistake me, I like hanging out with Gary, and I like playing with my friends. But it was such a culture shock going back to Heart of Thorns. I was just like, oh, God, how did I ever put up with this? Was effectively my thought process. Now, if that sounds familiar, congratulations, because I just described my experience going through WoW Vanilla, and then WoW BC, and then WoW Kata. So for those of you who've played WoW, imagine going back from Kata to BC. Or if you played FF14, imagine going back from Stormblood to ARR. What I'm trying to say, in a very roundabout way, is that each successive chunk of content has gotten better. On both axes. Quest design has gotten better, and the story's gotten better, the characters have gotten better, the voice acting's gotten better, the plot has been getting better, and it's just been improving in quality pretty much consistently, up to and including the most recent expansion. Which, why am I going here? Which is just generally awesome. My opinion. So, is Guild Wars 2 worth poking at? Yes. But if you can't tolerate vanilla, I do not blame you. Rogers isn't much of a tactics guy, Zactap. He's a leader, not a commander. So that would be Raynor, no question. No. Did I pick up my... I did. Right there. And if you played EverQuest, it's EverQuest. I mean, I've seen Herd Borsk Failure say he's good at tactics too. But, doesn't make him good at it. How long would it take to beat Guild Wars 2 Vanilla? So, I think what you're actually asking is how long would it take to get to the content past Vanilla? Not how long would it take to actually beat Guild Wars 2 Vanilla, because the actual answer to that question would probably be like 6 months. However, shoving through the content, just trying to level quickly and get to the end, you could probably do that inside of a month pretty easily, even at a casual pace. They have sped up leveling since it was back in the day, so credit where credit is due on that. There are set points, hallmarks, as you go, which reward you things, and one of those things you can be rewarded with is literally an item that just gives you some experience. Yeah, there are mechanisms in place to make the whole experience smoother and faster than it used to be. And all you have to do is completely skip the dungeons, which I recommend, and go ahead and just kind of move on to the the patch content, which then leads immediately into the expansion content. And there you go, you did it. I should probably empty my inventory before I head out to the new island. That sounds like a good idea. The best part about Guild Wars 1? The hero system, without question. The hero system is such a brilliant, amazing, extremely well-designed, fantastic gameplay mechanism, and I cannot believe no other MMO... Yeah, no other MMO has actually successfully mimicked it. The closest we've ever gotten is the Companions in Tor, and that's nowhere near the same level. Your PC is voiced in Guild Wars 2. Your species and your gender determine which voice actor you get. It's honestly one of the more impressive things about the game, because there's a lot of dialogue in the game. And all of it has to be voiced by 8, I think, people. 10 people? I don't know. Of the various voice actors I've heard, I think my personal favorite is probably female Ashura, which I recommend for you, Evo. I can also recommend male Sylvari, which is my necromancer. Excuse me. Screw it, let's just put all this stuff in here. Just kind of do that. Okay. Yeah, Jennifer Hale's in there. That's female Sylvari. If you want to play a male, then I'd recommend playing a male Sylvari. You can also play a male human. That's Nolan North, who's, of course, the worst voice actor ever. I've also played a female Char, which you just saw me playing as. She's okay, but the problem is they make that same actress voices a major character later, who is a female Char. Mesmer... So my first main was Mesmer. I should explain that. Because of how Guild Wars 2 is designed, you can just kind of start playing a brand new character any time you shift into new content. And they act as if it was always them for previous content. So you can just kind of experience a new class. It's not quite FF14's thing where you can just switch to a new class, but it's very similar. So I've had a main for each different chunk of content throughout the series. But anyways, so getting on to it. Mesmer was my, I guess, second main character. It's the one I went through most of Heart of Thorns with, and a decent chunk of Heart of Fire. And I really enjoyed it, but it's finicky as hell. It's hard to even describe properly because there's not a lot of class identity in Guild Wars 2. It's not like WoW or FF14 or even STO. That's not quite true. It's not like Tor or FF14 or WoW where I could say, this class plays like this. Mesmers play however you build them. If you've ever played Diablo 3, very similar concept. Because you could say, oh, I really like playing as a demon hunter. But there is no such thing as a demon hunter's playstyle, not really, because it depends on your build. How you actually play depends on how you've designed your character. So the way I was playing a Mesmer was oh yeah, they added the character adventure guide. That's a good feature. That's pretty recent, and that helps. Anyway, so the way I played Mesmer was I was a greatsword primary, even though I knew it did less damage, because it gave me a nice ranged attack which would hit everything in between me and my target. I was really good at AoE. I could do tons of AoE. I could say goodbye to Evo and stay hydrated. But I also could... the way I had it set up was I had massive debuffs on my illusions. So the main mechanic for Mesmer is some of your abilities generate illusions. You can usually have up to 3 illusions at a time. There's some variance there. And you could shatter your illusions and break them, causing an effect. In my case, I would do debuffs, dispels, and dots. And I would do that, and then Pax, who was playing a warrior, would shred their face off. It was a good combo. All right. Like 3 days late, we're finally going to see some new content. Let's do this. We've got 40 minutes left on the stream. Say goodbye forever to our loving wife. Say goodbye forever to our loving son. No, Warp Core. No, I didn't. Let's check the mail. That's nice. What? Okay. Let's sell that amethyst because Abigail doesn't need it. She's too spoiled with amethysts as is. Yep, I'm going out to get a pack of smokes. Some milk. He was never heard from again. We're going to say goodbye to our beloved cat, Major Tom. We're going to say goodbye to our beloved money-making factory, which we're using to single-handedly prop up the entire city. Farewell, money-making factory. Whoops. Let's do it. Watch. There's going to be some other bullcrap thing preventing us. What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? No, I've never seen it, Lanero. I'm aware of it, but I've never actually watched it. I was about to say yes, and then I saw that you clarified the show, not the movie. All right. Okay, I like that it's the world map. Or just the map. Right about now, a Star Destroyer shows up and tries to capture me. Is there an active volcano in this place? Get back here. Get back here. Aw. Well, welcome to New Content Island. Oh, come on, Laura. Looks like we have a teleport spot. And a turtle in the... Hello? Mr. Turtle? Mr. Turtle? The hell? I found a golden walnut. Okay. Hello? Hey kid, I'm not gonna hurt you. Now get down here, I'll kill you. Here, have a walnut. The boy looks at you with curious eyes. Gao? He seems to have a close bond with the parrots. But he's too shy to approach you right now. Okay. Maybe making friends with the parrot can earn his trust. Sure. That might as well be a thing. Thank you, Baron. Always appreciate. I imagine you want to put that towards Kirby. You don't. Hidden shrine in the rainforest. Okay. It's okay, the nuts are made of gold, so that's probably worse, Giga Pudding. If you think about it. Okay, can I go... Are you an enemy, or... Okay. Now I'm following a flame elemental. This is an interesting sequence of events. Sure thing. I'll put that towards Arceus then. Yeah, I like the song here. Hello? There's nobody here. To prepare its flame elementals in a giant mouth cave of death. Oh my god, look at that thing! Alright, let's go into the death cave. Wait, what? Oh, that's an interesting mechanic. Check it out. This is interesting. Hmm. Yeah, now if only it was actually a good game on top of that sucked out. Aw, nothing over here. Well, let's go refill our water. In all sincerity, though, this room right here is surprisingly good tutorialization. You walk into a thing, there's lava. Water pool, little water thing, droplet, same colors, and it periodically drops, making a thing, with a sound effect to indicate it. That's tutorialization right there. That's good tutorialization. Flame slimes, oh, those hurt. Oh, those hurt. Oh, God, fireballs, fireballs. Those got health, too. Holy crap, those have health. Okay, let's just avoid the rest of these. Wait, wait. Oh god, they're trying to kill me still. Okay, well, we're on the verge of death. But it's okay, because we're not dead. We're just on the verge of death. Please don't kill me. Oh god, please don't kill me. I thought you were leading me here, and we're dead. Alright, what did we lose? Nothing terrible. Okay. Okay, we're gonna walk away from that for the moment. Head back to town. Interesting. No cutscene each time. Also good. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. I'm gonna come back to the safety of my giant wine empire and retire and never go back to that island again. The end. Alright, time to do the audit run. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. So that was interesting. A little better designed than Skull Cavern, but still a little in the face. I don't think I've ever gotten lost in this game for Hexia, so I'm going to go with no. Don't worry, I won't Don't work too hard. I'm just going inside a volcano. What? Bye, honey. It's just because they're about to explode, Traxie. Don't worry about it. Explode with flavor. Check it out. We gotta make some money back after our terrible losses. Oh, we're up to 2. Nice. Let's hear a random joke. It's, arguably polemic, but it was just linked to me by a friend of mine. So, it's a person. That's what I'm here for, Blade Default. Convince you to watch people that are better than me. Go watch Go Carnage. So, it's a person who just got back from the doctor, and they said, so, I just got a couple things tested. First of all, I got my COVID test today. It says about 50. I also got my IQ test back, which came back positive. I should probably take some food with me. What's a good food for health? I usually don't have to worry about that. I'll take the pepper poppers for now. And the chocolate cake. And the blueberry tart. And the rice pudding. It's okay, Giga Pudding. No one is as pudding as you are. No one. Even Puddingway could not dare to even come close to glimpsing your perfection. Why am I talking to you, Willie? Get out of my face. Okay. Take 2. Notice we have a teleport spot up here. Kind of hoping to get a new seed from these trees. These weird, weird trees. No joy. I do like the music out here. Wait, hang on. Savacom likes it. I am required by law to not like this music now. Actually, I think we like most of the same songs, so never mind. That's okay. That's okay. I can like this song. It's allowed. Okay. There's a lot of those random things all over the place. And by a lot, I mean like 3. Which qualifies as a lot. We're up to 6 walnuts, whatever that means. That's true, Savacom. Breath of Fire 3. Wait. I mean, Capcom games tend to have good music. That's, I don't want to say it's a constant, but that's definitely something that's a thing. See, this is the music that actually plays in the Desert of Death. Aw. I don't know why I did that. I guess I'll be upgrading my pail next. Whoa! Oh god, I wasn't even paying attention. That'll teach me. Look away from my screen for 5 seconds, I'm at half health. Jesus. Okay, just this place is evil. I like the music. Oh, jeez. Ow! God damn, those hurt. I mean, most console games have trouble being ported to PC. That's unfortunately common. Let's just ignore that. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Okay. This place. Okay. Really like the music, though. I like the whole vibe of this place. Journal scrap. Day 1. My ship is lost, shattered by a tempest in the unforgiving sea. I find myself stranded now, on these strange shores. My crew has perished, but I still live. Perhaps Lady Luck has blessed these wicked bones of mine, or has her own designs for my fate. At any rate, I've no choice but to make a life for myself here. There's fresh water in abundance, food to forage, and fertile soil to work. First, I'll build a shelter. It's fine, it's fine. I'm a very good farmer, Triaxia. Does anybody know if this place is completely procedural like the other places? Sorry, partially procedural like the other places. Or is it manual? Because if it's procedural, then never mind. It doesn't feel procedural, which I suppose is a good thing. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. The secret I'm on all of a sudden. Just gonna move on. Oh my god, okay. This place wants to kill me. Holy crap. I have an iridium pickaxe too, and it still takes 2 picks to dig stuff in here. I've been getting a lot of cinder shards. I don't know what they are, but I hope they're good for something. Ironically, I don't actually need gold anymore, so I'm going to ignore that. And that's iron. Do I get a thing at floor 5? Hello? Those cost 100 cinder shards? And are barely better than mine. There's the warp totem recipe, which I'm going to go and grab. And I'll grab that too. And a nice buff item, actually, which I will also grab. Well, I can just buy as many of those as I want. Oh, hell, I'm going to buy a bunch of those. So this I don't get a shortcut, do I? I just get to suck it, don't I? Okay. Do you mind telling me how many floors this has? 10. Oh, okay, that's not what I was expecting. I was honestly expecting to hear 200, and I was just gonna be like, okay, that's cool. All right, let's focus our strategy a little bit differently here. In fact, let's eat one of these buff items right now. Oh my god, they have a burning debuff. Oh my god, there's multiple of them. nope, nope, nope. Oh, Jesus. Ah, shoot. Oh, God, that's probably death. Nope, nope, hang on, hang on. I know it's getting late, game. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, this is probably death. Nope, yep. God damn it. Ugh. Okay. What'd I drop? And on that bombshell, I think we'll chop off a little bit early tonight. Tomorrow, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, new content and more deaths in the volcano. Probably.